Welcome to Ask Simmo, presented by ECU. It's the fans' chance to ask the questions each week, and the winner, which Simmo selects, will win a Superstore voucher. Now, Simmo, some very positive comments again, which is great news from our fans. Jesse Sutton on Twitter asks away, can you shed some light on what's changed with Jermaine Jones over the last couple of weeks? Have you given him a licence of a different role, or is it a case of natural development experience as a guy hits about 20 games or so?
I'm not sure if he's at 20 games. I think what we've done, and we're working, everyone learns differently, and we've just been a lot clearer with his role. So it's funny how you can just do a couple of tweaks and they can play with a bit more freedom. So I think he was trying to be everything to everyone the first couple of games. He's still pretty raw. He's been in the system for 5 years, so he's mature in terms of his football brain, but he's still pretty raw on game day. So yeah, really good couple of weeks. 17
games total for him, and 2 of those as a medical sub. So yeah, he's still only really a 15-game player and going okay. Judy Roberts on Facebook. In fact, Danny Lakey on Facebook says, hey Simmo, does the team prepare differently during the week depending on what time the game is played? For instance, if you're playing a night game, are you training more in the evenings, going to bed a bit earlier, eating schedules and the like? Your game on the weekend was 1:10 Melbourne time.
We train at night if we can, if we're going to play at night that week. Quite often at home. It can get, if it's too many night games, then you do lose a bit of sleep. So we try and get, 80% of the time we try and train around the same time we play. When it's interstate, it's a bit more difficult because 1:10 in Melbourne, obviously it's 11:10 here. So we don't train at that particular time the day before a game. But yeah, we try and get around about the same.
Thanks for waiting, Judy. We finally got to your question on Facebook. Hello, Adam. Not one goal from either team in the first quarter. What were your thoughts at quarter time, and what message did you give your players about it that you can tell us about?
I thought, should we put Oscar forward? That was the first thing I thought. And then I actually spoke to a couple of, spoke to JK, and he's gone, it's all good, we're going to be fine. Keep giving us supply, we'll be okay. And that's what happened. We had 16 inside 50s in the first quarter, and we don't normally do that. It's either we're efficient or we don't get the same amount of supply. So, yeah, we were pretty positive that we're on the right track in the first quarter, although we kicked 5 points.
It was almost the first goal wins at one stage.
Yeah, I know.
What was it like in the box?
I didn't really notice. No, it was, we're trying to suss each other out where we're at as two sides. They were a young, developing side. We had a lot of injuries. So I was trying to think, okay, well, where's this game going? So I was reasonably happy. We had field position, contest was good. And we kicked 5 points, so normally we're pretty accurate, so I wasn't too stressed.
Yeah, followed up with a fantastic second quarter, 7 goals. Steve Young also on Facebook says, Simmo, the commentators were vocal about Nick Nat not rucking enough in the forward 50, and they also questioned the effectiveness considering he averages 1 intercept mark, but could be potent rucking up forward. What is your take on those comments?
Oh, so forward 50 stoppages, Nick going behind the... I don't know how much I should divulge. I suppose the next time on ground, sometimes it's determined by how many contests he's in, and just trying to keep building his game length. So we had 19 forward 50 stoppages. So the challenge is get him in 90 more contests. His game time's a bit less, or just go full on turbo, get him to everything he can get to. So yeah, on the weekend a bit different with Bailey Williams playing, and Jack Darling's really good in forward 50. He kicks a lot of goals from doing the tomahawk type of style clearances. So yeah, just everyone relax a little bit. It's not every week. We're just trying a few things here and there, try and keep Nick on the ground a bit longer.
There's a strong message for those commentators around the country. Max McCarthy on Facebook says, how pleased were you with the defensive pressure from your forwards, and has that been a focus at training? 16 tackles inside forward 50 and the Hawks only had the 6.
Yeah, that's it. Sometimes it's just how much supply you get is how much pressure you can put on. So our mids were pretty consistent all day. We had some really good deep entries, which allowed us to defend behind them. Like I said earlier, sometimes we're quite effective. We kick a goal or score pretty quickly. But when it's in, out, in a lot, you get more pressure. Pressure builds, field positions sustained, and we can get more tackles in our forward half. So not our main priority. We'd love to score straight away, but the fact is, yeah, we're putting a bit more pressure on the front half, which is great.
This is coming part of our Simmo. It's a quirky one to finish. Are you ready for the quirky?
Not really.
No, come on, do your best.
All right, throw it at me.
Here we go. This is from Terry. He says, Simmo, little off topic, but if you were stranded on a desert island...
Come on, Terry.
...with 3 West Coast Eagles players who played on Sunday against the Hawks, who would they be and why?
Well, if there's no game on, none of them. Because, you know, I only need them for one reason. That's to win footy, not to hang out with. So, I don't know, mate.
You don't know,
So what was the question again? Don't I want to, who do
no,
I...
do want to be. If you're on a desert island, what do they bring to the table to play it on the weekend in particular?
No, it's desert island. It's too long with all of them. So I'd rather be on my own.
Is that right, Tom Hanks?
Terry, you don't win the prize, mate.
Who does win the prize?
Who asked that question?
Steve Young.
Well, Steve doesn't get it either. So
what about Jesse Sutton? He talked about Jermaine
give it to Jesse.
Jones.
Yeah, Jesse, well done, mate.
Yeah, good on you, Jesse Sutton. You on Twitter? Congratulations. Good on you, Jesse. You won a Team Store voucher. Lots of great merch at our superstore here at Mineral Resources Park. Thank you, Coach. Nice work by you. This has been Ask Simmo. Thanks to ECU.